So if you look at the steering wheel, some of you will straight away know what car I'm test driving, or what brand at least. But for some of you, you might be confused and saying, hey, this is a very unusual steering wheel. What vehicle is this? Now this is Peugeot. Now Peugeot has been, I would say, given a resurrection in Malaysia. Because why? The parent company, Stellantis, has just set up office in Malaysia. They're going to go all out with the Peugeot brand and also the other Stellantis brands. We don't need to mention that, but Peugeot is one of the biggest brands under the Stellantis group. And this is going to be their first big launch in Malaysia to reintroduce the brands in a bigger way, plus to introduce Stellantis. So this is the Peugeot 408. Now, a lot of you will not know that 408 nameplate. Now, 408 used to be with a sedan. When Peugeot launched the 408 sedan many years ago, it's about 130,000. It was a nice boxy little sedan, nothing special, but it was, that European car for 130,000 ringgit, whereas all the rest were like 200,000 and above. But it still was a Peugeot. There's still a little bit of a, slight negative nature with Malaysians when it comes to French cars. And it's funny because why? In the good old days, French cars were very, very respected. The old Peugeot 404, the 504, the 204, and then of course we had the hot hatch 205 GTI, But after a while, maybe Japanese cars came into the game, the Korean cars came to the game. No man, put all that aside, that's history lesson. Most important thing now is this is the 408, brand new 408. It's a GT. Now GT means it's the high spec. There'll be 3 variants coming to Malaysia. We've got the GT in our hands. It's got it's got a possible selling price of about 190,000 ringgit. This has not been confirmed yet. We're just speculating. We're doing a guesstimate. Now, riding in this car, you straight away notice it's beautifully laid out. Now, when I say beautifully laid out is, I like the fact that they've got the big screen below the aircon vent. So the aircon vents come straight at you. You get a lot of cooling comfort. It's great for our climate. Plus, Peugeot will give you an aircon system where the temperature goes down to 13 degrees. Everybody does 15, 16, 17. Peugeot will do 13 degrees, which means you get much better cooling in our heat. Plus, you get the beautiful instrument cluster using i-cockpit. i-cockpit is almost like 3D. You got to see it for yourself to understand it. Then you got this beautiful steering wheel. Now, a lot of people say, hey, the steering wheel, it's a bit unusual. Get behind the wheel, feel the steering wheel, you will love it. And you got a lot of premium touch and feel points in this vehicle. One little gripe I have, which I know a lot of people say it's a small thing, the gear shifter. The gear shifter is basically a small little knob here and some buttons. You don't have an actual gear shifter. You don't have a manual version. Well, that's modern cars. Now, this is a petrol-driven car. It's 1.6 PureTech engine. It's turbocharged. Why PureTech? That is the Peugeot designer name for their engine. This 1.6 engine is used across the board in different engine tunes. That means in different power delivery. This one will give you 219 brake horsepower, 400 Newton meters of torque. That's a lot of power. 0 to 100, 8.8 seconds. Now, 8.8 seconds, today's world, you might say, hey, that's not very fast. But let me tell you this, the torque in this car is so impressive, it feels like you're going a lot faster. And it sounds great doing that. On top of that, this car handles so very well. So, you've got a brand new Peugeot. It's got a good looking interior, good looking exterior, and it's now on sale in Malaysia.